Ugh. That's gotta suck. Yeah, the guy's in the car, man. Digging for something. Someone's digging for something.
Great, and I'll what am I going to do?
Back up.
Back up. Back up. Great.
Okay, you do Greg, I'll do back.
No, Greg's yours. Okay, get into positions. Wait till he takes the cash.
Okay.
Stop right there, please! Oh, Greg, give it up. Give it away. Seriously, Greg, this is a big misunderstanding. Hog-billed turtle eggs.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Endangerment and theft of a protected species. Assault on a police officer.
Okay. I'll take the
That's
fine
easy.
for the eggs. You drop the assault thing.
Well, what do we get in return? I think you were there. I think you saw a man and a woman pass you on their way to the beach. The question is, did you see anyone else?
No, there was no one else.
Mm.
Take a statement, would you?
But I saw the woman, the one in the cell, shooting the guy. He went to pick her up, and she clumped him with a rock. Picked up the gun,
And?
shot him. Dead.
Well, what did she do with the gun?
I don't know. I legged it back to the van.
And you didn't report this because...
Well, it was my gun, wasn't it? I mean, I only used it for rats and rabbits, but it was still mine. I went back in the morning to see if it was still there, but there was nothing. No gun, no body. That's when Dwayne moved me on.
Autopsy reports in, Chief.
What's
Go
this
on.
gun doing over there?
Bullet to the head was fatal. Blood showed high levels of alcohol.
No. Well, there was no doubt. There's just something else iffy going on. That's the thing.
Cheers!
I think that's what he's saying. He's thinking. You definitely killed him, but there's something in the background.
Just float some from the water.
Okay.
The gun is in the sea somewhere?
Yeah, maybe.
And the stopwatch was unrelated?
Yeah.
So no more mystery.
No.
And,
What about the
what do you want
phone?
for her?
Camille.
20 years, it's a long time. I mean, you're a man, you've got needs. She'll understand, I'm sure.
There is one thing.
What?
Who's the best marksman out of you three? Okay. If Greg Collins' statement is right, Megan was around 12 feet from Lucas.
I was just gonna say, 2 shots in the head. That's like a pro shot.
In your own time, the 2 shots hit less than 2 inches apart.
Easy.
Good.
Yeah?
Now close your eyes.
But why?
In Megan's statement, she had both her eyes tightly shut. Her hands were shaking too, but we'll ignore that for the time being. When you're ready, Dwayne, are we missing something?
That's luck, man.
Was Mrs. Talbot a Navy SEAL or an MI5 agent?
No, Chief.
I thought not.
Someone else shot him. From behind the bushes. To frame her.
Anyone know where this leads?
It's a hiking trail into the woods. I don't think it goes anywhere.
Follow it for a bit. See what you find on the way.
people only knew what? Come on, man, figure it out. I can't figure it out. %? Was that like 1%? How did it turn on? Charge it. Why didn't you charge it? Hello.
Okay.
What is it?
Why is the most obvious thing always the hardest to see?
What?
Wayne, come in.
I'm here, go ahead.
Yeah, tell the chief I found where the trail leads. He'll
To the
never
house.
guess.
The night house.
How did he do that? Okay, then he probably knows they're getting ready to leave.
Unlock Mrs. Talbot.
Why?
Put her in the car. Tell Fitz...
But you know why.
Not fully.
Not fully.
But at least you know how.
Oh, yeah. I know how. Well, partly.
Yeah, I knew there was something up with them. They weren't grieving at all. Grieving my ass. If I could grieve that, like, I should be so happy.
Excuse me.
What are you doing?
Starting at the corners.
Richard. Richard. Richard.
Of course.
Of course what?
We've been advised by our lawyers to ask you to leave the premises.
We won't be long. Oh, you know, I usually enjoy this part, but
Yeah, it doesn't look.
I have to confess to feeling slightly uneasy. I know how valuable friendship is and marriage too. I don't want to wreck one without good reason. Yeah, so Mr. Knight, if you could confess to killing Mr. Talbot, that'd be great.
What?
And Mrs. Knight, if you could confess to covering it up, that'd be most appreciated. Go on. Be much easier.
I suggest you leave right now.
Waking up with the mother of all headaches?
Yep.
Would he go to the police and tell them he'd been shot, seek justice in the correct way? Or would he seek revenge? It was a long hike. Especially injured and disorientated, I imagine it took him several hours to make his way through the woods, but eventually he arrived here, on your lawn.
Aren't you forgetting something?
Am I?
You seem to be accusing me of killing Lucas. But I spent the night in one of your cells.
Oh yes, I was coming to that. You see, windows of opportunity can be large or small. Yours was tiny. Your window began when you arrived home after we released you and you saw Lucas Talbot. For reasons we shall come to, this sight terrified you. This was the fatal wound that we found on the body, from the same gun but fired by Mr. Knight, not by Mrs. Talbot. I'm sure that Mr. Knight concocted some kind of story to explain why Lucas attacked him. What was it? He begged you for money, you refused, he threatened to kill you. But your next problem was that having just killed Lucas, there were 2 police officers at your door.
Right, get him in the shed.
This is when Mrs. Knight's professional instinct kicked into action.
Oh yeah, because when he passed, there was a.
Queen of the cover-up got to work, while Patrick hid the body and cleaned the mattress.
Megan, where on earth have you been? Where's Lucas?
Mrs. Knight, Detective Inspector Richard Poole. This is Detective Sergeant Camille Ward.
Ooh.
May we come in?
Of course.
Why is the question?
Patrick, darling!
And as the watch snagged on the button, it started the stopwatch function.
Yep.
Exactly.
We arrived here at 9:30 a.m. and I turned off the stopwatch at 10:53 a.m. An hour and 23 minutes.
The time it took for you to load the body into the car and drive it down to somewhere secluded enough to dump it into the sea, no doubt throwing the gun in after it. Which explains why it was never found.
This is a joke.
Afraid not. You see, I've established means and opportunity. Everything fits. Which brings...
It was in the sea. This is all bluff. You're trying to stand up to a bigger man than yourself, Inspector, and you'll fail.
In a bar, you could intimidate me, Mr. Knight, but here, no.
You stupid bastard.
Mr. Talbot discovered the affair after looking at his wife's mobile phone. He was drinking that night, so he could get Dutch courage to confront you both, and he was threatening to go back into the restaurant to tell your wife, wasn't he? That's why you were punching him. And that's what your argument on the beach was about, wasn't it?
Little mousy Megan. If people only knew.
You couldn't afford to have your affair exposed.
True.
Not yet. Not whilst your wife was in the process of financing your new company. So the woman who prides herself on being in the know,
Didn't know.
being in control and orchestrating things was the one person in this entire sordid affair that didn't know the truth.
You killed my best friend so you could steal his wife and my money.
You can't really prove any of this. You know, our lawyers would tear them to shreds.
My lawyers, and they'll do nothing of the kind.
Well, you'll go down too. You help me.
A loyal wife trying to protect her philandering husband. I think I can work with that.
Good point. And she didn't kill him.
Megan, you didn't kill your husband, but the truth is you were far from innocent. Things always crumble when you stand your ground. I learned that one the hard way.
So it's over now?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Did you fancy her?
No. She's not my type.
Oh. What is your type?
To be honest, I've never quite worked that out, but I suspect the women who shoot you in the head aren't too high up the list.
That's a good point.
Oh, yes.
He found it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I knew it.
Sir? Sir, one knot will suffice.
In a suit. Oh my god. Does he ever take time off?
What do you think of the name?
Perfect.
Roast beef. I love it.
Shouldn't this be champagne?
On my wages?
That's a good point.
Very well. I name this boat. Actually, it's probably not a good idea to spread glass on the beach. Fidel. I name this boat Roast Beef. May God bless her and all who sail in.
Okay. Can you relax now?
He's panicking so hard. I would so rock the boat. I'd be going, well, well.
But you're not at school anymore. You're here on Saint Marie with some friends.
Colleagues, predominantly, but I take your point.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Good man.
Push him over. Push him over. It'd be freaking hilarious. Can he swim? He must be able to swim at least. Cool. So that was episode 4. Definitely enjoyed that. Yeah. So yeah. Basically, you knew what was happening was right, but it's just there was something off. Like there's something extra they needed to find out, because she was basically telling the truth. She didn't kill him though, so it was the husband, or the lover. But yeah, good one. I enjoyed that actually. I like the fact that he needed to find out that extra bit, because he had that gut feeling that something else was missing. And even though she did confess to murdering and everything, you know, that wasn't the end of it, because he felt something was slightly off and he needed to figure that out, which was good. In real life, would that happen? Probably not. Someone comes in and confessed, open and shut case, like they said, and done. You have so many other murders or all the other jobs to do in the police force. You know, you're inundated with a bunch of stuff that you have to do. So if there's a nice quick quick case to come in. They open and shut, murder, you know, confesses to murder, that kind of thing. You're not really gonna delve deep into it unless, you know, the coroner report says he didn't die of a gunshot wound. Lungs were, I don't know, something. Unless something comes up that you'll be like, oh, well, that's interesting. Then he's probably just gonna be, yeah, that's cool. She's confessed. She can go to prison. And I would have got away with it. But yeah, I enjoyed that. I can't wait to the next episode. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you soon. Bye.